If life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade, make lemon chiffon cake. I'm making yet another recipe from the Dessert 365 book, and this is the last recipe we're attempting. So at the end of the video, we'll make some conclusions about this book. So what's a chiffon cake? The main difference between chiffon and a normal sponge is the use of oil or some extra liquid, and usually, though not always, a little baking powder for extra lift. The result is light and airy, and it stays moist for days. Also, the pan we use is usually a tube pan to help it bake evenly. The one we need today is 10-inch or 25 centimeters. To start, grab 3 or 4 lemons, I have 3 large, then 280 grams cake flour, 375 grams granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 120 grams canola oil or any neutral oil, 6 large eggs, separate them, and I usually do it by hand because it's the fastest way, and half a teaspoon cream of tartar. That's for the whites, and you'll see me add it later. To make the batter, grab 1 large bowl. Add the oil and egg yolks, then zest and juice the lemons straight into the bowl. You need about 125 grams lemon juice, so I do it on top of my scale. Next, add 60 grams water and whisk until well combined. Next, take another large bowl, sift the flour, then add the baking powder, salt, and sugar, basically all dry ingredients. Whisk really well to break down any lumps. This is a good moment to preheat the oven to 325F or 165C. Now, grab yet another large bowl for the meringue. Add the egg whites and half teaspoon cream of tartar. Whip to soft peaks. Do not go further or the whites can dry out or overwhip and collapse. This is one of those moments when it's better to underwhip than overwhip. Once the whites are ready, take a rubber spatula and combine the dry and wet ingredients until smooth. Then, gently fold in the egg whites in 2 additions. The first half lightens the batter so you lose less air when you fold in the second half. As you can see, my egg whites look silky and smooth as I'm folding them in, but if you see little pieces or lumps of egg white, it usually means they were whipped a bit too far. Next, grab your pan, but do not grease it or the cake won't rise properly, and pour in the batter. Usually, these pans have a removable bottom that helps release the cake, but mine doesn't, and let me tell you, I was a little concerned here. Bake the cake for 50 to 60 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. In my oven and with my pan, it took longer, closer to 110 to 115. So keep a close eye on it because chiffon cake can bake super fast in the last 5 minutes. It goes literally from half liquid to ready in no time. Once it's ready, remove it from the oven and invert the pan on the rack. Let it cool completely like this, because this will prevent the cake from collapsing because the texture is very light. Same idea as angel food cake. And the cake is out. I almost had a heart attack getting it out. For the glaze, take 250 grams icing sugar, add 30 grams lemon juice and 15 grams heavy cream. Depending on the texture you want, you might need a little more lemon juice or icing sugar. I recommend mixing it well first and then check the consistency. I added a bit more liquid to reach the point I wanted, but it's up to you whether you prefer a runnier or thicker glaze. Once you're happy, pour the glaze into a piping bag with a plain nozzle and decorate the cake however you like. And here we are. The lemon chiffon cake with a beautiful glaze is ready for me to taste. Overall, I'm happy with the result. The texture is good, but it's not as soft as the version made with the cooked sponge method. The lemon flavor is very prominent because there is actual lemon juice in the batter, so it is different from cakes that only use zest. It's not overly sweet, even though it has a decent amount of sugar, because the acidity balances it out. I can absolutely recommend this cake to all lemon lovers. A couple of words about the book before taking it back to the shelf. For Hit the Books, I'm rating cookbooks with a simple 3-part score: reliability, clarity, and inspiration, each out of 5. Reliability asks, does it work as written in a normal home kitchen? Clarity asks, can a confident home baker follow without any guessing? Inspiration asks, does it make you want to bake more and stretch your skills? For Dessert 365, my scores are: reliability is 4 out of 5. It has great bakes, but the metric versus imperial inconsistencies can really bite you. For example, in this recipe, they list 1.5 cups sugar and 375 grams. But 1.5 cups is actually about 300 grams. So, clarity, 5 out of 5. All instructions are consistently clear, no questions here. Inspiration, 3 out of 5. They have some solid staples and some fresh ideas. And that's 12 out of 15. Pretty good overall. That's it for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a new book to test in my Hit the Book series.